Good afternoon, Orlando, and thank you so much for joining us. This is our second video that we're going to be doing, which is weekly. And I thank you so much for joining me today to talk about, obviously, auto. And I just love your background pictures because it makes me think of, obviously, auto. And I just love your background pictures because it makes me think of so many things, road hazards, towing and labor, or if I should have an accident on the road and kind of exhaust my limits, what are my options? So I just want you to give me your spill about things that we should be thinking about when we think about auto insurance.
With auto insurance, you definitely certain things that I always add and discuss with my clients is the extras, the towing, the rental reimbursement, the umbrella policies that can help with any accidents that may exceed your limits.
Okay, and when you say umbrella policy, is there for my regular auto insurance policy, that is a completely separate policy, or is that a part of my auto policy?
The umbrella policy is a separate policy, and you have two options. You can have an umbrella policy that would cover you in case you yourself are held liable to damages to someone else's personal property or on your property where you reside. You also have the option to add it to your auto, which is a great thing to do because that liability extends to an auto accident that you may be involved in that would exceed your limits. That way, your personal assets are protected.
Okay, so for example, if I got into an auto accident for the umbrella, what kind of limits would I first need to have on my auto insurance policy in order to say, can I please have, see what the quotes or policy is for an umbrella? Is there an underlying minimum limits that I have to, or can I just have state minimum?
No, with the umbrella, they definitely want you to have minimums. Normally, with the homeowners, you have to have a minimum of 300,000 liability. With the auto, they want you to have either a combined single limit of 300,000 or split limits of quarter million, half a million, and
Okay.
the umbrella would kick in after that.
So I know the number one question is, will I get a bundling discount? Is there any discount for doing that? Will this give me just a lower rate on the umbrella policy, or would I have a lower rate on my auto insurance policy?
Well, right now we have a great company, which is Travelers Insurance, and we can bundle them both together, which is great. Well, obviously, the more you bundle, the larger the discount. So, yes, there are certain companies that will offer the umbrella policy and nice discounts.
Okay, so I just want to understand a little bit more as to why would somebody or anyone that owns an auto insurance policy or an auto be considering to take this supplemental policy, basically called an umbrella? Why would tell someone to get this? Can you give me an example of how it would even respond?
Sure. I have a lot of clients that over the years you build your assets, okay? And you definitely want to protect them, whether it's your home, investments, things of that nature. You definitely want to protect. And the umbrella policy is made to protect your assets. So if anything were to happen, and again, if you're held liable, you want to make sure that you have enough to cover those damages that you caused to that other person.
Oh, wow. So
So,
you're saying if I have an auto insurance policy and my limits are 250, 500, like you stated, and unfortunately I cause enough damages where the judge is saying, well, you now owe, $750,000, then I'm obviously short 500,000. What is the
mhm.
minimum limit that the umbrella policy and basically once the auto is exhausted, you're saying the umbrella policy kicks in. What is the minimum limits that the umbrella policy starts at?
You can go as low as 1 million, and we do have the option to go as high as 5 million. Certain companies would offer more, but that's the norm, anywhere from 1 million to 5 million.
Okay, so you're saying an umbrella policy really covers you in case you exhaust the limits on your auto insurance versus me now having a lien or getting my assets taken away. This umbrella policy comes in as a supplemental. From your experience, Is there an age requirement for you to have an umbrella policy, or is it applicable to everyone?
No, it's applicable to anyone, everyone. Again, you have to obviously have the access, and you definitely would want to make sure that an umbrella policy is good for you. It's not great for everyone, okay? But if you do have those assets and you have the investments, it takes you so long to build that, and in a blink, it can be taken away from you.
Oh,
Definitely don't
wow.
want that.
Right. So now I see your minion in the background, and I'm just thinking about a blown out tire. I just
Mhm.
want to ask this fun question. How much is it really for towing and labor? And why should someone get towing and labor on their auto policy?
Number one, it's very inexpensive. $2 a month in some cases for $150 that they would cover you for. And some obviously more, but for that minimal of a price, you'll have peace of mind. I've had my car towed 2-3 miles, and they can charge you $100. So definitely something to have.
Great, Orlando. Thank you so much for talking to me. And as always, if any of our consumers or anyone wanted to get in touch with you for a home, umbrella, or definitely an auto policy, what's the best way to reach you?
Best way to reach me, that phone number here is 833-255-4117, extension 6315.
Well, thank you so much, Orlando, and have a great day.
Thank you, Carrie. You do the same.
Okay.